with caution.
Yo, boys, we back in the house, and this time we're going to do some freaking Tiberian Dawn. And when we're doing Tiberian Dawn, that means the OpenRA comes out, boys. And this day is a special one because I got something in store for you guys that is going to be amazing. As you all know, Despro has been putting on a show in RA, and obviously he had to try out some TD because of his Warcraft 3 history. Obviously, I think Tiberian Dawn, and a lot of people agreed with that, Tiberian Dawn is probably more fitting to his playstyle due to it requires a bit more micro and there's a lot more units that are actually being used. But you know, that's a debate between RA and TD players. For now, let's enjoy the show. I just realized that we don't have an announcer for replays in TD. Regardless, we on here on, I've played this map before, but it's been a while, Warzone. With the latest balance as well, let's have a look in the meantime what the newest balance is, because it's version 5. A rebalancing of MCVs and defenses. Removed V4 MCV changes, that's cool. Bolts. MCV repair facility requirement removed. Aha, so you no longer need an SD in order to make an MCV. Added an additional health damage gain at elite, double fit bonus, new armor type concrete, applied to all defense and concrete wall. It is more vulnerable to flame weapons and grenades, otherwise identical to heavy. Okay. Guard tower changed to concrete, flame weapons, blah 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 blah, okay. Okay, so not much has changed since then. We are here with Despro on the left playing as Nod in the gold yellow color. And we have Cav on the other side playing as GDI. Cav has been playing a lot of Tiberian Dawn as well. I wouldn't say a lot, but I think he probably is going to participate in TDGL, which is upcoming. And it wouldn't be a surprise to me that we're seeing Despro as well. And a lot of people are aware of this as well, but Blackened has made some maps for Tiberian Dawn. And more specifically, they are going to be for the first dark tournament for Tiberian Dawn. But yeah, I have no idea how much Despro has been playing Tiberian Dawn before these replays happened. But regardless, I am excited to see it. Didn't Cav win last season? He might have. He might have, I can't remember. But I do remember participating in him, he was participating TD earlier, that's true. Oh my god, Puncho is hating on the Eva voice. Alright, yeah, it seems like Despro has played some TD before this. Otherwise he wouldn't be using his 3 buggies, but he's going up against Humvees. Humvees are a little bit stronger than buggies. And obviously Cav is going to trade a lot better. He's going to keep 2 of his Humvees alive, barely 1 extra. Both players are on 3 harvesters for the time being. There comes another buggy. We'll take out the Humvee for free. And it seems like Despro is aware at this point that buggies are just a little bit worse than Humvees. Interesting, Cav is going double War Factory as well as GDI on tier 1. This is not very common in TD. However, it does work. Usually it's probably a pretty good idea to do that if your opponent, as Nod, is going 2 War Factories as well. Because like the best counter for GDI with Bike Buggy is probably just spamming Humvees. But he did it preemptively, which is interesting. Yeah, Despro is doing it as well. So far it was a good guess from Cav. Yeah, Cav got Despro pretty much on lockdown right now. Boy, that's a lot of Humvees, man. That is a lot of Humvees. But Despro is going for it, and that might be a bad idea. Oh, nice. Actually, nice Chavin. He managed to get the deploy out, which means he can make a static defense. And Despro is making rocket soldiers, but probably is not a good idea to do that. There's not much he can do on tier 1 here in terms of playing Nod. I mean, GDI has the APC, which is usually a pretty good answer. There we go, turret comes out. Nice pressure from Cav so far. Let's see what Cav is up to. Still applying just Humvee pressure, but he's going for a comm center, so that means he will be able to make the switch into medium tanks. Despro might be stalling here soon. Well, Despro making some bikes, but that's not gonna do him well. Bikes are really bad versus Humvees, just because they have to stay stationary to do their damage. Cav is going to secure that oil as well that belongs to Despro, but there's not much that Despro can do about this. So Despro is getting those numbers, just like Cav got that oil. And here's the switch into medium tanks. Now Despro does have some bikes, so with some nice micro, he should be able to... he can outrange the medium tanks and deal some nice damage. But Cav has some APCs as well now, which is going to be very good for his composition. And Despro on tier 2 as well. So actually Despro did some really nice defense and managed to get that expansion, which was very important for him to get. Otherwise, Cav would have just bullied him out of the game. The longer it would take, the less he would have been able to produce. Let's have a look what Despro is up to. Is going for double light tank versus double medium tank. Alright, yep, Despro being smart, he's going to use the buggies to try and kill the Humvees and the rocket soldiers. Because the rocket soldiers are the counter to his light tanks. Other than that, he should be okay. Cav with the superiority here in terms of quantity. But Despro should be okay. Oh, he could have killed that Humvee. Wow. Cav is still looking great. Has another ref up here as well. And he's going to steal that expansion away. That's interesting. Might be going for a base push as well. I don't think the bikes got any harvester. They might have. They might have. Yeah, it seems like they died. Okay, Despro going for RTs now. Interesting. Okay, Despro now sees the MCV. Another Rax coming out for Cav. Building a static defense as well. I think that's the same line, is it? Yes. Going for an AGT. Man, TD base pushes. I think I was the first one doing a TD base push versus Orb. Like a very, very, very long time ago. Well, technically it's not really a base push, but you know, it's whatever. Okay, here we go, round 2. Fight. That RT just died straight away. But Despro has those rocket numbers, but that airstrip just goes down just like that with the Grens in that composition along with the medium tanks. It was pretty easy to get that down. One medium tank is going straight to the harvesters, which forces Despro to split up or make some decisions. Decides to send the harvester away for now, and he's still holding his ground. Ooh, went for a Temple of Nod. So also in TD, Despro is just going straight for that tech. And Cav is not going for that yet. So that could be... This could be the combat factor that Despro needs. Yeah, lots of rocket soldiers for Cav. Here we go. Chem troopers should deal nicely with those medium tanks, and one stealth tank in the mix. Probably going for an harassment, I'm assuming. Cav is just being relentless, sending over medium tanks. And with that forward command, or base I should say, the pressure is going to be relentless. There we go. Cav is going for tier 3 as well. And here we go. Another attack. This time Despro is not ready. Grins aren't really that great for... Ooh! Oh, that was a pretty good airstrike, and chem soldiers are pretty expensive. At tier 3, it's not usually like the best to just go full on chem troopers. Oh, but a counter airstrike here, not that great, but took out most of the infantry. And I don't think Despro is out of it yet, but man, he's 10k behind. I'm not sure. He lost both of his airstrip and his racks and his low power. Yeah, never mind. I didn't say anything. Look, this man is a goner. This man is dead. That left a stain on Despro's base. A brown stain. Usually those are bad ones. More harassment, but Cav has defenses ready, and that stealth tank is going to go down, and that's expensive. That's one expensive stealth tank. Ooh, we got a commando for Cav. That's like the perfect counter to deal with these chem troopers as well. Yeah, this is gonna be it. Oh wow, Despro actually managed to get that back. That's interesting. It's kind of insane that Despro has earned more cash than Cav. Yeah, and there's the commando. Commando's gonna deal with that. Despro calls the GG, and the first game goes to Cav. Pew pew.
Battle control terminated.
Alright. Let's get straight into game number 2, which is on Moldova. Wait. Is this an RA map? I'm not sure if it is. I think it is. Oh well. Anyways, we have a GDI mirror this time. And Cav is currently up 1 point versus Despro. Like I said, I have no idea how long Despro played TD before that, or you know how many games he had beforehand. But it seemed like he knew kind of what he was doing. but not entirely yet. So maybe that will change over time. Cav definitely with that advantage. Speaking of that, he's going double NG, going straight for 2 oils. I think that's a good investment. I think Orp once told me that going for at least 2 oils is a good investment early on. Any less than that is probably, I wouldn't say not worth it, but if there's only 1 oil for each size, it's probably like a better idea to try and compete. Or let the opponent capture his oil first and then just yoink it, because like in this game, there is insta-cap. Why does that look so weird bluish? Looks like Strin like traveled to the past and just vomited all over the place, having like a party. Ugh. Yeah, this looks weird. I assume, does it have something to do with the map palette? Maybe? Not sure. Anyways, first vehicle from Cav is an APC and he has an NG ready, so I'm assuming he's going to go for this oil perhaps. You prefer Tiberian with the pods or without? Don't think it really matters for me regardless. Ooh, wait, this APC could be really good. Oh, he wants to take the risk. But yeah, Despro can't do anything about this. Like, he's just gonna lose his Humvees if he's going to stay around. But he really wants to deny this oil. Boom, boom. But it's causing both players a lot of micro just to get an oil. Cav has not found the perfect way yet to release the NG. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try on the other side. He might be a lot less lucky on the other side. Ooh, but that Tiberium could cost his Humvee barely. Actually, taking this oil would be a lot better for him if he manages to do it. This one's under Despro's control. But then again, how long would it be under Despro's control? He could just make a Rax over here and take it back. So maybe that would be a poor investment for Cav as well. Meanwhile, 2 weapons factories again. And more Humvee spam early on. But he's playing against GDI now, so I'm not really sure why he's going for Humvee spam. Because Humvees are literally useless against medium tanks. And Despro went for 1 weapons factory this time, so straight into comm center. Alright, Despro is now aware of the bazillion Humvees. Yeah, just like I said, they're not going to be able to do anything. They probably, if Cav can maintain these, they'll probably be good again for late game. Because at some point, and these guys are doing it a lot sooner than most TV players, I would say. But transitioning into infantry is usually like a more mid to late game strat, where infantry actually becomes useful. And, you know, Humvees are usually like the best counter for infantry. So these Humvees might be useful again later on. They have no business against these medium tanks at all. But there we go. Cav now transitioning into medium tanks as well. And this might be one of those games where we get mammoth tanks, maybe orcas. I hope some of these players go orcas, because like orcas are really good against medium tanks. And you know, GDI mirror in general, orcas are really good. Yeah, because I think, yeah, Despro's gonna win this battle just because of the infantry that he has. Like I said, this is where the Humvees come in handy. Humvees can deal with the rocket soldiers really fast, just like that. Despro had a lot more medium tanks to begin with. And he's going to come out on top here. And this time it's Despro actually with the aggressive expansion, taking the ore from Cav straight underneath his main base. Despro now on 2 weapons factories and 3 barracks actually. And Cav is still building Humvees. Like I said, it's not the worst idea. As you saw, they were very efficient dealing with that infantry. Oh, Cav sending the Humvees forward. Doesn't want to lose that many Humvees. Army values are still fairly even. Despro going in for the attack. And we're gonna have another battle here. He went for MRLSs this time. Those are very good against infantry, and that's a pretty good airstrike as well. Could have been better, but still pretty good. And Despro nicely here attacking the infantry with the MRLS. MRLS goes down, but at the cost of a lot of medium tanks for Cav because of the rocket soldiers. Both players are just trading off their medium tanks because of the rocket soldiers. Well, Despro with the upper hand for sure. Oh, and these 2 medium tanks have killed a weapons factory and a harvester, and also denying some harvesting because of the husk. Really nice split right there. 1 medium tank hero as well, harassing harvesters. Yeah, rocket soldiers are really strong in this game. I think Orb also removed the speed that they had before, because I believe that rocket soldiers, I think it's a while now, but some time ago rocket soldiers were slower than their rifle counterpart. Ooh, that airstrike missed completely. Unless he really had a grudge against that rocket soldier. Cav calls the GG, and Despro is here with the equalizer straight away, saying, "I'm not done yet, good sir. I am not done yet." Damn, that was a very quick game.
Battle control terminated.
Alright. Oh my god, they have migrated Schwerpunkt as well? Are you friggin' serious? Bruh. Alright, regardless, we have our third game on our hands. We have Cav versus Despro, and this time, just like game number 1, Despro is playing as Nod, and Cav yet again is going GI. I think Despro at this point is going random. And I'm not sure that Cav is going random. Okay. Cav once again with the double NG. Despro as well. I wonder if it's worth going for the tech center because now you there's no reusable engineers just like in RA. So it's hard to say. The only thing I don't really, well, I wouldn't say dislike is that like early game is not really a thing in here. But yeah, that's like, it's what I said, like infantry is kinda useless early on this game, especially like against buggies and Humvees and whatever you want to call it. And Cav's first field kill is going to be the APC, and yeah, it's pretty strong strategy for GI. I feel like APCs are just the perfect counter against buggies. They're not the best against bikes, to be fair. But they can still hold their ground against bikes for sure. Oh, that buggy got spotted. Is he going to? Oh no, Despro is waiting for it. I don't think he's gonna be fast enough. Man, the mind games. I don't think I've ever seen this in TD. The fight over an oil. This is so stupid. There we go. Cav build another Humvee. Now we should be able to get it. Yep, he's gonna unload it. Oh, but yeah, like I said, it's really hard to deal with that. Like, it's just insta-cap. And there's the bike. Oh, mission complete. And now there's a train of Humvees here going towards Despro's way. And yeah, Despro once again is going to have some issues dealing with this. It's just so poor about bikes. And this is why bikes are just not up to the challenge to deal with Humvees. But Despro has been in this situation before. And he did lose that game, but not because of this. But he calls it GG anyways. He knows he can't do anything about it. He was too far behind. And just like that, Cav is like, this is my game. Damn.
Battle control terminated.
That was very very fast. Oof. All right. This map has been in the pool for some time. Yeah, New Winter. Which is interesting because like the trees and everything are white, but the grass is still green, with some patches of snow here and there. All right. Same situation as last game. Despro with Nod and Cav as GDI. Both players are now skipping racks. And well, actually there are some amount of oils on this map. I think there's 4 in total. Yes, sir. We're probably going to see him move out as well, just straight after the airstrips. Because these are very small patches, so there's really not any reason to linger here after the airstrip has been made. First expansion is probably going to be over here to get these 2 patches. Same for Cav, probably going to be here as well, I'm assuming. And then from there on out you can probably take this one or the corner one. Not sure. Meta is also really different in this game since most of the games are just being played with 1 MCV. I think you'll rarely see 2 MCVs, maybe in team games occasionally, but I don't think I've ever seen like 2 MCV in a 1v1. I'm surprised he went for the racks actually. Yeah, it's really hard to deal with Humvees early on as Nod. Basically you want to be able to at least snipe one without losing one of your own, or like get it heavily damaged, and that's really hard to do. But buggies are faster than Humvees, but not that much. But yeah, once again, Despro is going to be forced to do something about this, otherwise he will not be able to build anything here. And because he moved out, he can't place defenses over there either. And you know, you could say like, okay, but he can just ignore and don't build anything until he has a comm center and build a light tank. That's true. But then again, he's gonna fall behind in vehicle production yet again. But for now, he's building harvesters, so you know, at least he's not using his war factory, which is a good thing. And I like what Despro is trying to do. So the reason why he went in is because the Humvees were shooting at the harvester, and that he was hoping to get at least snipe a Humvee here. But this is why this is so, I wouldn't say broken, but this is just what can happen. And especially if you're not, this is just very annoying to deal with. Well, that was a valuable rocket soldier. There we go. Despro managed to make it work. He's on 2 airstrips and only one weapons factory for Cav this time. I think he actually might be floating a little bit here with 3 rifts and only 1 weapons factory to produce from. I don't think he's going to be able to outproduce the eco he gets, but comm center now for Cav. And still tier 1 for Despro for the time being. Well, I guess that is pretty much a base push. Oh, but the timing is very bad for Cav. But he's still going to be able to make it work. And at the same time, it does allow him to still get some eco if he wants to. Preemptive turret from Despro. And 2 bikes were on their way, but they got seen by the APC. And Despro with the move out as well to get more eco. But here's that AGT. But that's a pretty good RT for Despro here. Turret goes down. Yeah, Cav cannot stop this RT. Oh, and this flame tank is being valuable. Oh, still got some rocket soldiers over there too. I hope we're gonna see air from these gentlemen at some point, but this actually might be rough for Cav. Army values are pretty even. Barracks gets taken out. Another AGT straight in the face. This RTs are going for Cav's infantry. And those RTs are set up in a really good way. Wow, turn speed from RT and TD is actually pretty good. Bikes here from Despro are harassing the harvesters. They actually might get one. Yeah, they get it. That's good value, but still the pressure is happening onto the expansion from Despro. And that AGT will be hard to deal with now. Oh, that was a good RT shot. Killed all the rocket soldiers except for one. And that means Despro should be able to get the upper hand here after this engagement. And that's a heroic RT as well. Look at the rate of fire compared to this one. One bike made it out alive and still got another harvester. That means Cav is on 4 harvesters versus 8 from Despro. Despro is chilling with his money. Both players on 2 oil derricks, and Despro is going for the counter for the very first time. It's a little risky. He has to hope that Cav is not going to push. And here we go. Cav is probably going to, yeah, it's probably going to go back to base. He has to. Light tanks are really annoying to deal with, man. They're fast, and with enough of them, they can kill harvesters really fast. And it's hard for GDI to actually chase them down. Comm center goes down as well. No more medium tank production for Cav. For a while. Lost that ref as well. Doesn't have an MCV up there, so he cannot rebuild that. Humvees are trying to take out the infantry. And that RT is going to be an issue. But Cav is sending over the Humvees, I think. Yep, finds the RT. RT goes down. Oh, and now Cav might actually take that expansion. But did he see it? No, he didn't see it. He has other issues to deal with. He finds it now, though. But Despro is just here chilling on the right side. He's gonna take that expansion. Weapon factory gets sold. Where's the MCV from Cav? It's back here. Another harvester goes down. Cav is going to be on... well, still on 3 harvesters. That harvester got away. That's a lot of rocket soldiers as well. Oh, but that's a good airstrike. Yep. That's a really good airstrike. Dealt with all the rocket soldiers there. Despro should be able to defend this base. And Despro also cleaned up this expansion from Cav completely. Cav calls it GG, and yet again, we get an equalizer. It is 2-2, and it's coming down to the wire, boys. Who is gonna take it home? Alright, for this last game, we can get some bets up, guys. Place your bets. Who do you think is gonna bring it home? Is it gonna be Despro, or is it going to be Cav that takes home this best of 5 set? Bets are up for the upcoming 2 minutes. And we're playing on Tiberian Rift. Yes, sir. Tiberian Rift. With a blue tip tree in the middle. And this is probably one of my favorite maps. It's in Caged Rat as well. It's in Shattered Paradise. It's literally everywhere, man. Very good map. I think it originally got converted by Ganon to TD. So here we go. And this is the first time that Cav is actually playing Nod. So maybe he was random, but he just got very unlucky. TD is a good game. TD is a good game, definitely. It's very fun to see that both of these players, you know, just like to play lots of different games as well. Like Cav, you know, Cav has been playing some Shattered Paradise and some Romanov's Vengeance as well. And it's fun to see, just like me, that he likes a lot of RTS games. And he's been playing some Caged Rat with me as well when I was streaming it, so... yeah, very fun to see him popping up on basically every platform. Cav is gonna take that oil for the time being. Despro's gonna take the one up top, but... is he going to be on time? Actually, he might be too late. If Cav sends that buggy straight over there, he might be too late. But it's gonna be close. Nah. Nah. Triple buggy versus triple Humvee. Oh, but nice targeting from Despro there. Took out the buggy with not losing that much health on both of his Humvees here. Cav has the guard tower ready. Get out of my home. Despro going straight into comm center as well. I guess we're gonna see a move out after that. And Cav is going for double airstrip with Nod. Like I said earlier, double airstrip with Nod is definitely a viable strategy. It was weird seeing it from Cav all the time with GDI, but you know, it worked out for the better, especially if you're up against Nod. Because if you're up against GDI, you're gonna probably face just an APC, and you know, then that's that. Not much your Humvees can do about it. Unless you make your own APCs with rockets, which is something that Ganon showed in the previous... Was it TDGL? I think it was, I'm not sure. I think last time I played this map, it was versus Jinx, I think. Which I think got casted by 5 Aces as well. It was a pretty crazy game. Yeah, full tier 1 spam from Cav so far. And Cav is gonna secure that oil as well. Despro is going for pretty much the same thing like last time with GDI. Right? Playing it the RA way. And you know, you can do that. You can do that more so as GDI than as Nod, to be fair. This might be bad for Cav actually. Very poor sense of scouting so far. Maybe he was expecting Despro to expand upwards. Oh! Yep, Cap spot. Wait, did he spot it? Not sure if he did. Yeah, I think he repaired the Humvees. Yeah, it's definitely worth it. It doesn't cost that much money. And for GDI, I guess it's a lot better to be able to save medium, to spare medium tanks. Get them to full health. I mean, it's still viable for Nod as well, but I believe it's a bit better as GDI. Anyways, I'm not sure if Cav wants to take this. But that's a lot of buggies and not a lot of bikes, so the buggies are going to be able to deal with the infantry, and the bikes should be microed to deal with the medium tanks. But he's losing all his buggies to medium tanks. Now transitioning into light tanks. That's pretty much what you want to do as Nod. One airstrip with light tanks, one with bikes. But yeah, I don't think Cav can stop this. Yeah, rocket soldiers can shoot from so far away in this game. That guard tower is definitely coming in handy for him right now. And those are flamers. Well, those were flamers. Well, Despro didn't get that much out of it, but he got a harvester out of it. Was that worth it? I'm not sure, but you know, he also killed Cav's entire army. We got a heroic flamer over here. Look at that man walk. Look at him run like crazy. Oh, Cav does not want to lose that airstrip. Wait. Wait. Finish it! No! Wow, flamers do actually no damage to medium tanks. Oh! It survives! But for how long? That's gonna be it. He also lost all of his harvesters over here as well. Cav calls it GG and Despro takes this best of 5 home. Kicks Cav out of here. This is my house. My town. You're done. That was relentless. I think Cav just... He had a lot of buggies, which is not per se a bad thing, but he just let them all die to the medium tanks. And he wasn't really finishing off the infantry with it. And yeah, that just did it. Like, I think he was definitely able to defend. Like, Despro didn't really do anything out of the ordinary here. Just 2 weapons factories with comm center and just straight into medium tanks with some infantry. Yeah, maybe Cav had some other plans in mind that just didn't work out.
Battle control terminated.